It has been a while since I did the video on Henry vs Gordon, CGI form only. And in that video, I gave CGI Gordon the win due to his speed and attack potency, along with better intelligence to counter Henry's buffed strength, durability, and endurance. It stayed that way until the mutual Discord buddies, even Train Fan 234, touched upon it once again, and they say the opposite. CJ Henry beat CJ Gordon as they claim as before, because of his insane feats of strength and durability compared to Golden Slugluster feats, with speed as his only relevant achievements, although that's debatable. Despite this, those saying made me remember the old saying of quality versus quantity. To give a basic and short understanding of those two words, quality means measure of excellence or of a state of being well. Wow, quantity is the extent, the size, or the sum of something. The the number or not. In this case, when applying it to the majority of power scaling discussion and that Henry versus Gordon variant matchup I'll be talking about overall, it definitely shows. To remind the rules of this matchup just in case, since I'm only using CGI feet exclusively from Nitrogen to Brenner era, excluding Big World Big Adventure, that means there'll be no model and railway series feats, and certainly no real life basis stats and physics for this as well. Pure fiction, no real life facts. So unfortunately, Gordon will be nerfed, since he doesn't have his other impressive feats from the older eras, such as for his durability. And, as always, no flanderization is included, so none of that stupid hypochondriac Henry or that grumpy Gordon. And this time, I shall not be mentioning any of those anti-feats this time, like Henry's rod snapping from slamming into a single truck, or Gordon's buffer falling off from a gosh darn bash. Only using the best feats. So, now how would this matchup play out at last? Well, while Gordon could land many hits, causing damage with his stronger attack potency thanks to his speed and weight, Henry, however, would counter it with his durability and endurance, such as a scene by him surviving and still functioning well despite the boulder hitting his side in the season 19 episode. And this leads to an interesting middle ground. Gordon has the attack potency to hurt, but Henry has the durability to hold. Unique countering between each other, must say. Now, the final tiebreaker here is Henry's outstanding strength and raw power. Even though Gordon does have his own decent strength feats, especially with him pulling long heavy expresses throughout the CGI era, that episode, Henry's hero, is just a way too massive jump for even those of Gordon to compete at all. In short, Gordon can strike hard, but the moment Henry gets a good hold, the overpowering is sure to take over. So in spite of Gordon having more showings, Henry overpowers physically with his CGI feats. Quality versus quantity, as I said before, with the former being in favor. Sadly to say, though Gordon does have his intelligence and skills on his side, well, just like my James versus Donald and Douglas and Edward video statements, IQ and skills means very little if an opponent is just way too out of league in power for another to handle. Besides, Henry isn't always that dumb. Yes, not battle or strategy smart, but At least he doesn't end up moping or throwing a tantrum all the time, unlike Gordon. Besides, don't forget he got back at the others for teasing him about his fears, and not to mention handling the Express pretty well, despite not really being shown to do that a lot. It unfortunately seems that the power once again triumphs over skills once more. To reevaluate on the CGI matchup only, Gordon may still have the quantitative feats in the form of intelligence, attack potency, stamina, and speed, but they, unfortunately, have fallen short under Henry's much more qualitative feats and hacks. Gordon could use his better attack potency and speed to hurt Henry, but Henry, as I said before, can counter it with his better strength, durability, and endurance. So Gordon only really has his intelligence and skills to outsmart. But, just like I said, it wouldn't really matter all that much, especially when the power gap is just way too large, too big, and too high to overcome. It appears that the CGI variant of the King of the Tracks has been dethroned and has been made an embarrassment to his other kin. Look at him now. Oh, there's no going back. CGI Henry wins over CGI Gordon. I diff.